listening to the LOZ Podcast Network.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. You're on the LOZ Podcast Network. You might be watching us in the LOZ app, or you might be listening to us on KRMS radio on Saturdays from 10 to 11 a.m. We're really excited about the simulcast we're doing with KRMS and the station group. And you can always find any of the stations on KRMS in the LOZ app. You just go to the media section. You can be listening right away. Today, we're excited because we have Lisa Evans from Make-A-Wish Foundation. Lisa, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, Ken. Thank you.
Well, I'm excited to have you on because we've kind of become associated with each other through the Shootout charities. And I know that you worked with Mark and Tiffany Mawson on this year's Make-A-Wish Foundation segment that we did in Shootout. And it was just a huge success, and everybody loves the Make-A-Wish stuff. And I mean, who doesn't want to make a wish come true for these kids? And just, it's such a feel-good thing. You have to really enjoy doing what you do.
I do. I've actually been a part of Make-A-Wish since 2012. I moved here 2 years ago from Arizona, but back there, Arizona chapter is the founding chapter of Make-A-Wish. So I was involved with them, and then I was involved with the Make-A-Wish America, the national organization. But I have to agree, that party that Tiffany puts on for those kids and those families on that weekend before the shootout was probably one of my most favorite events that I've ever experienced. Those kids were having such a good time. I mean, they were dancing, they were singing, things that they don't get to do in their normal life, things that they have to miss. They got to have like a fun kid party night. And then the next day, of course, all the cool rides. It was spectacular, and I was so happy to be a part of it.
Yeah, it's a cool event. And just like I said, I mean, you see these kids light up doing things they never normally get. I mean, a lot of people don't get a chance to ride on a huge catamaran boat that can go 100 miles an hour, right? Or even get a ride on just a pontoon boat, right? I mean, getting out on the lake and on the water is such a cool experience, and making that come true for these kids. Now, I think what a lot of people don't understand is this isn't like, I mean, yeah, you're a national organization, but everything you do is local, right? I mean, you raise all the funds locally for the Southwest chapter, so that's the area that we're in. So it's not like you have this big envelope around you. You're really every day trying to raise funds right here locally.
Yeah, absolutely. Make-A-Wish is a big name in terms of familiarity, but what most people don't know is every chapter is its own 501c3. We're called a federated model. So we are responsible for raising all the funding within our territory and granting the wishes within our territory. So for our chapter, that's Missouri and Kansas. And then my specific role is focused on Southwest Missouri. And we have about 60 referrals in this region, in the Southwest Missouri region each year, that are eligible for wishes. And we've got almost 100 kids on the wait list right now, just in Southwest Missouri, waiting on a wish. So we're working hard to build up this area. We launched a presence here a year ago, September. And we're doing all the things that we can to kind of elevate our presence in the community and let them know, hey, when you're supporting Make-A-Wish here locally, you're supporting your friends and neighbors.
One of the things that you and I talked about off the air that I thought was just amazing is the mental aspect of what Make-A-Wish does for these kids. And, like you say, it's not just doing something nice for them, but, the medical community that surrounds you and these kids, they see big, significant differences in the health journeys when they're a part of this, don't they?
They sure do. That's my favorite part of being a part of Make-A-Wish, is that I know that when a kid is going to doctor's visits and getting testing and going through different treatments, they can be thinking about, oh my gosh, what am I going to be doing when I'm on my wish in Hawaii swimming with dolphins? Or what am I going to do and have in my game room that is being set up by Make-A-Wish? So they're thinking on things that are hopeful and joyful and giving them a future to look forward to. And that's helping them fight that battle of their critical illness. And about 70%, a little over 70% of our kids overcome their illnesses. And the medical community tells us they refer kids for wishes as a part of their treatment protocol because they're seeing that these kids are living longer, more full lives because of the wish experience. So it's not just nice, it's necessary.
Yeah, and I think it's just look, I've seen them. I've seen the look on a kid's face when they get to do something. It never gets old bringing smiles to children. I mean, it's amazing work that you guys are doing, and it's so necessary. And I think you always see a great outpouring from the lake community, don't you, when you put something out there where you're trying to make somebody's wish come true?
Oh my gosh, it is incredible. This community is by and far one of the most generous groups of people that I have had the experience of being around. I, posted that we had a wish coming up here in the summer and I needed help. And within hours, everything was covered. I had multiple offers for support. And I'm just so excited for this little 4-year-old boy who's going to spend a week at the lake and just have the most fun ever with his grandma and mom and dad.
Yeah, and that's the thing too, I think that's interesting is the family. You want to make the wish come true for the child, and that's important. But what the family's going through and what they're dealing with, and the fact that you can maybe provide some respite and time that they can spend with their child doing some of the things that they would normally get to do, those you're making memories.
For sure. And I'll share with you this last year, we held our first Wish Ball in Springfield. It's a fundraising gala, significant fundraiser for the area. And we had a young man by the name of Chase co-MC that event with us. And he left on his wish to go to Hawaii the week after. And I've gotten to be kind of close with Chase and his mom. And when they got back from their wish, I said, "What's the best part about the wish?" And she said, "We've had so many years of trauma dealing with Chase's illness that we almost disconnected as having memories and fun times and joy as a family." And so they went to Hawaii and she's like, "Yeah, it was Hawaii. It was beautiful. We did fun things. But the best part about it is that we're able to reconnect as a family in a relational manner." And that was the best part of the wish. And now Chase, he's off to college, man. He's doing pretty good. And we're really excited to see where he goes. But that was truly one of the parts of the wish that doesn't just impact the child themselves, but it impacts their family, their community, their friends and neighbors. And so the ripple effect is there.
That's amazing. And so I know the Wish Ball is a huge event that you guys do every year. It's coming up on April 11th, not very far off. Tell everybody what goes on at the Wish Ball and why they might want to, join you at that event.
Sure. So this is our second annual Wish Ball. We launched it last year in August, moved it up to April. It is an opportunity for the community to come together, celebrate some of the wishes that we've done. We actually do a wish reveal at that. So we surprise a little one with their wish. And it's a way to raise funding for our local wishes. Everything that is raised there goes to grant wishes for Southwest Missouri kids. And it's just a fun night. This year is based on kind of a Havana Nights sort of theme. And so we're going to have some fun theme related things to go along with that. And it's a nice dinner, live auction.
And people can buy tickets. They can come and join. They can buy a table. You'll take it all, right?
Yep, we'll take it all. And if you go to wish.org/MOKAN, MOKAN for Missouri, Kansas, you can find the page for Wish Ball and find out more all about that event.
And I want to remind everybody that you can go into the LOZ app under our charity section, and we will have a link for all of the things for Make-A-Wish Foundation. They have their own page in the app. And you can just hit one button and you can go to the actual website. You can sign up for things. You can get a little more information. There'll be a number you can call if you want to help. Lisa, we really appreciate you coming on the program and talking about Make-A-Wish. It's such an amazing organization. And thank you for everything you do for the Southwest Missouri residents. And that includes the lake. And I'm sure the lake's going to always step up when you need them to help make a wish come true for one of these little ones.
Well, thank you so much for having me. And thank you to the community that just always shows up in such a big way. I feel very blessed to be a part of this community. And so I'm excited to see what this year brings with all of the wishes that we're going to be granting.
I love it. All right, everybody. That's another episode of the LOZ Podcast Network, and we will be right back after these messages.